every cop, there's the case that makes you. Gives you that leg up, gets you recognized as a shining new star in the squad. The case that you solve that shows that you have the gumption, the gung-ho, the get up and go to make you stand out from your average rank-and-file patrolman. This could be the one goal.
LAPD, could you stand clear of the body, please? Has anyone called an ambulance?
We've called an ambulance and the police, but I'm afraid he's dead.
Okay, stand further back and move along. It's your choice, but make it quick, people.
Hey, Cole. You got here quick.
My beat crosses 7th Street.
Okay. You're first reporting then. We'll get a perimeter going and move the crowd on. You better see what you can find out before the homicide dicks show up. I'll be with you in a moment.
Hey guys, welcome to part
back.
4.1 of L.A. Noire. This is 8181 Gaming. Thanks for joining me. I'm not going to make the video too long, so this would be a gameplay and walkthrough. First things first, what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for evidence. And the evidence is right here, that's glistening in the sun. Let's check it out.
Shell casings. These look like 32s.
So that's our first clue here. Our second clue would be on the, we gotta examine the body. So let's examine it.
Broad daylight. Crowded street. Now I've seen everything.
All right. Yes, it's a dead person.
C. Galetta.
So the article that was bought was Paul Earrings.
Made out to Bank of Arcadia.
So it's for Galetta. Remember the name Galetta, okay? It's gonna be mentioned a lot. So that's the name. Article, Paul Earrings. Let's go back. So that's clue number 2. If you also want to examine maybe other parts of the body, say for example the face, all you gotta do is click on the left, okay, and click the X to examine it more closely, that way. Okay, nothing there to see. What we need to do is next is we need to go inside here, and there's gonna be a lady coming in, and she's Miss Galetta.
Can I help you, sir?
I'm Officer Phelps, miss. I'm here about the shooting. Did you know the victim?
He was my boss, Mr. Gage.
Mr. Gage's first name.
Everett.
And you are?
Galleta.
So that's the eyewitness account, and she's Galetta. Remember the name on the statement on that bank receipt? Okay, let's review the evidence.
You think you could tell me exactly what happened, miss?
I look around the shops at lunch. I was in a store when Mr. Gage, my boss, bursts in yelling that I'm late on my lunch.
And?
We came back. I was angry. I walked in front. I heard shots. I turned and saw Mr. Gage fall.
Okay, so here, if we think the victim is lying, we have to pay attention to the facial expressions. In this case, I'm going to accuse the witness, because if we don't do that, she's not going to reveal anything. Okay, she's going to stop defending herself if you don't accuse her. So first things first, accuse.
You're lying, Miss Galetta. You know what happened and why. You're going to tell me.
There's nothing to tell. I've done nothing wrong. How can you prove different?
Okay, so she said, how can you prove different? Remember, her name was on the voucher. We need to click on that.
The
Ask her.
pearl earrings, Miss Galetta. You've been paying for them for a whole year. Stop lying and tell me what happened at the jewelry store.
Oh, God. I won't lose the earrings, will I?
You could lose your freedom, you little fool, if you don't stop obstructing a murder investigation.
Mr. Kalu. Edgar Kalu. He runs the jewelry store. He's showing me a lovely watch. Mr. Gage bursts in. Mr. Kalu gets very angry with Mr. Gage, and they start yelling at each other. Mr. Gage tells me that all of the things in the store are junk, nickel-plated, made in Japan, and yells at me to get back to work.
Then what happened?
We get back here, and I hear a loud bang. Mr. Gage clutches at his back. I hear another bang, and another, and another. Mr. Gage falls to his knees. It looked very painful.
So she's given her witness account. And of course, if you want to observe the suspect again, whether she's lying or she's telling the truth, just spend some time over here if you want to. I honestly don't really get any intuition as to who's done it, but I had to ask the questions. Then I could understand a lot better.
Which jewelry store?
Hartfield's. Broadway, between 5th and 6th.
Did you see the person who shot Mr. Gage?
Of course I did. Mr. Kalu looked very angry. He kept firing the gun. He kept pulling the trigger. He threw the gun in a bin and turned and walked away.
Okay, so she's given a lot of clues here. She's talked about where the weapon is, and she's also said who's the suspect. Okay, I'm going to act as bad cop now because I want some more information. I'm getting more clues the meaner I am, so I'm going to act as bad cop.
You're making me angry, Miss Galetta. Is that what you want? Tell me why Mr. Kalu shot Mr. Gage. How many shots
the
did
last
you hear,
question.
Miss Galetta?
It's difficult to remember. It sounded like there were so many, and they were so loud.
I'm still going to keep asking so I get some more information. Again, I'm going to be a bad cop instead of a good cop.
You have something of a selective memory, Miss Galetta. It won't endear you to any police officers I know.
How can you say that? I want to help, officer, really. But it's all just a blur in my head.
Thank you for your help, ma'am. You've been very brave. We'll need you to make a formal statement about what happened to Mr. Gage.
Does that mean I can still collect my... Never mind. Yes, officer, I'll make a statement.
Perfect. So we've got our clues, except for... I'm just going to go one final time over here to this book. I want to check this book out. If it contains anything.
This isn't what we're looking for.
Nope. So, nothing for the book. Let's head out. What we need to find now is get to the bin. Because remember, she said the gun is in the bin. So let's check it out. Okay, just go here. There you go. She's given us fantastic clues. What we need to do next is we need to just observe the weapon. And that's where you're going to get the
FN Brown.
serial numbers.
Serial number
We got a new clue again.
I need
Fantastic.
to run it by a gun store.
Eagleson's gun store's a couple blocks from here.
Excellent.
We have the murder weapon.
And the murderer. The girl saw it all. Our killer works at a jewelry store called Hartfield's.
That's a couple of blocks from here.
You thinking what I'm thinking?
Tate, maintain the perimeter.
Alright, now let's get to the jewelry store and find Kalu. That's what we need to do. I'm going to set it as a destination. Let's get cracking. is marked with the yellow flag on the map. So there we are at the jewelry store, Hotfields jewelry store. We need to get to Kalu.